All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is International Red Fashion Experience Show, and today my topic is being positive. And this was inspired by my queen because she's always positive, and I'm not never positive enough. And the reason why I say that is simply because being positive is something that we have to do. You know, if we want to get along with people, if we want to be happy, you know, being positive is part of that. You know, you have to realize, you know what I mean, what it is to be happy, you know. And that's the reason why I say to myself that we have to always incorporate positiveness. Because I notice myself, you understand me, that a lot of people, they don't feel that way. They just go from emotions. They don't analyze nothing, right? They do what they do. But despite of what they do, you got these positive people that just go along with, just stay happy. They look at their life through rose-colored glasses, and I have nothing against that. If you can be that strong and not let people steal your joy, despite of the negative things they do, you overlook it and you still treat them with respect and honor them and all that. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. I wish I could be more positive in dealing with people myself. But due to the fact that I have a queen that is so positive in dealing with people, that the blessings overflow and they come toward me behind her. You know, and I have a friend that's pretty positive. He looks at everything through the bright side, and he talks to a lot of people and deals with them and looks at all the positiveness in a lot of things. And I commend him for that. But me, myself, I have to be who I am, and I have to be what I am. And I recognize the positiveness of people dealing with that. But due to the fact of what I've been through, I accept with the way I look at things and the way I deal with it. Due to the fact the experiences that I've had with different people, you know, and I don't look at it. I have to look at things the way I look at them, you know, even though I could commend the other people for doing what they're doing. And I don't want them to never stop doing what they're doing, because I understand now that that's the part of them. That's who they are, you see. And by them being who they are, it's beautiful for them to be that way. You know, because it's something that I think that they need to continuously be doing, is being positive, because they get blessed behind it and they feel grateful and thankful for what they're doing, and that's the right way to be. What they're doing is the right way to be. So if you feel that way and you have that much joy and that much love for mankind and for people, then it's wonderful. If it's real coming from you. For me to do that, it would not be real, so that's why I don't go to that extent. But I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. That's why I'm doing this show on being positive, because it is the right way to be. You know what I'm saying? And you will be blessed wholeheartedly for being that type of person. You understand me? For being that way and for being blessed in that direction. You're doing it because you know it's the right way to be, and you feel good in doing it. That's why I never take that away from people when they feel that way. And they're sincere about it. See, when you're sincere and you do this for real, not an act, you're not putting on an act, you're not trying to manipulate nobody. You're not doing it. You're doing it for the right reason. It's a beautiful thing. If you're not doing it for the right reason because you feel that way, don't do it. Don't do nothing that you're not true in doing. Be your real self. This is why I'm happy the way I am, because I'm being my real self. I'm who I am, and I'm not going to do nothing contrary to what I believe and how I feel. You know, even though I recognize, you understand me, that God recognizes me being who I am and what I am for the reasons why I am. You see, because of my background and my past, I be who I am, and I'm not going to change from being who I am. I'm getting better each and every day. But when I feel a certain way about people, I'm going to be that way. Just like when yesterday I went to an event, and there were some people that I don't deal with, you know, I cut off because of the way they act, the way they treat me. So we was in LA and I seen the same person and he walked in the room and turned around and walked away. And I said to myself, why would he act like that? My partner Silky didn't do nothing to him. He didn't do nothing but be good to him. He don't have no reason to even treat that man like that. Me, I could say he feels jealousy and hate, whatever, toward me, but why would you do that toward the other person that's here with us? And you have nothing but good experience with him. So I felt to myself, it's just the man's having a problem, within himself, the way he feels. It didn't affect me one way or the other. I just thought about it. I said, wow, that's something. It didn't steal none of my joy and nothing. So when I seen him yesterday, and these people in my group, they ran up to him, and they started smiling and laughing and talking to him. I thought to myself, why would they do that knowing that these people done us wrong? As far as the group that they're in, taking money from us and did all this. Birds and feathers flock together, you got to look at that. But I didn't say nothing to him, and I'm not going to say nothing to him about it. I'm going to let it go because I'm taking the high road. If they chose to be that way and show positiveness and do that, that's on them. I'm not telling them how I feel because I'm going to stay positive, but I'm just going to stay away from it. But I'm going to stay neutral. Like when I left, I walked away from the whole group and didn't say nothing to none of them. I didn't tell my group I was saying, believe it. I just left, because that was the way for me to deal with it. And then I called some people and told them, I said, man, that was something I wasn't in, and talked to them and did that. But I'm not mentioning it to them one way or the other because who's to say who's right and who's wrong? They could be taking the high road and they, looking at it on that level. So that's why I don't judge people for what they do now. They do what they do, but I'm gonna keep being me and doing what I want to do because I'm international red. I'm who I am, and I'm gonna be me. I'm not gonna be nobody else. And people will respect me and accept me for who I am and what I am. When there was a time where, I didn't know who I was or whatever, so I would do a lot of, how you say, ass kissing or whatever you want to look at it, or try to get along with people. Now I don't do that. I don't care. I do what I feel and I'm happy with what I'm doing. And I'm being positive because if you just don't say nothing to nobody, whether you give them encouragement or discouragement, you're still doing the best thing because you're not saying nothing at all. And that's one way to get along with people. Is to stay neutral. You don't get in an argument. You don't try to tell them what they should or shouldn't do. You just get along with them, and stay neutral, and stay away from them. That's why I say a lot of times you keep people out of your life. It's really all right. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people, they take the real high road. And even though despite somebody might not be negative to them, they steady be positive. Which I commend them for doing that. At one time I didn't agree with it. But then I talked to a few people and they looked at that as, that's really being commendable. They're doing the right thing, really. It's just me. I'm not like that. If somebody do me wrong, I'm gonna do them wrong right back. I'm gonna leave them alone, which I know is not right. But I've never said I was sanctified and I was, uprighteous or none of that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to be my best self and be happy for myself. But I do commend those that are being positive amongst positivity. It's just like friends I have that don't show up at my events or they don't call me back for nothing. I'm not calling them and telling them to come to the event and do that. That just ain't me. If they don't respond to me and call me, like I said before, then I'm not calling it. But I'm happy with it. I'm positive because I'm happy. I'm not, you know what I mean? If I know how you are and I know how you work, you done me wrong once or twice, and we might make up and we might be fine again. We're never going to be fine like we were before. It's just the way I am. I cannot let things, I know things will never be normal because I know a person does certain things. When they do these things, yeah, you can give them a chance, they could be better, but then again, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do the same thing again. So I just let it go. I don't have nothing to do. I don't get involved. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. It's better for me to just leave them alone rather than take the chance of things happening again. Because I've done that. I gave them chances 2 or 3 times. And it don't never seem to be right. So I already know. People are who they are who they are. And they're going to be who they're going to be. If they're good people, if you happen to be fortunate enough they have good people in their life, and they're sincerely real and sincerely doing the right thing like my queen is, then you are truly blessed. And you be thankful and you appreciate those people and you treat them right. You understand? When you have those in your life, you treat those people right. But when it comes to the other people, you don't have to be going along, being positive to everyone and all this and that. Only if you feel that way. If that's the way you are, that's cool. But if you're not that type of person, don't do something that you're not, because you're playing a part and you're trying to be something that you aren't, and that is not good either. Be your best self and be happy. Be happy with who you are and what you're doing. And that's what you have to do. We're here in San Francisco. In case you didn't know, that's the bridge there. And San Francisco is a beautiful city. I'm here in San Francisco because I love San Francisco. And it's a unique city. You can do and be what you want to be. You know what I mean? That's why I can dress like I dress and look like I look, because I'm in this beautiful city of San Francisco. The wonderful city of the Bay. And I have to say a lot about it. I love it. I do love the city. I was there one time trying to move out of the city. But the more I think about it and the more the city is coming back to normal, the more I want to stay in the city. It's just, you know what I mean? It's back to normal. When the pandemic was going on, I was trying to get out of here because it was really scary and it was fearless because it was empty. And the city being empty is just really it's not right. But when the city now is back to normal, I feel appreciative, I feel grateful, and I feel thankful to be in the city. And I love the city of San Francisco. You dig? But getting back to being positive. You have to be positive and appreciate those that bring you positiveness. What I mean by that is, if people are genuine something, then you got to accept that and be grateful to have them in your life. But there's so many people that be faking and doing things, acting away and being something else. That's the thing that I don't like, and that's why I have the issues I have of not trusting many people, because I've been with so many people that have been fake so long in life. Being from the fast life, being in the game, a lot of people, they abuse different people. They lie, they cheat, they deceive. I've learned to be real and not do that. For the last 24 years, I've been real. But I've been in that game where I've done that before. So I understand that part of life. But I don't agree with it. That's why I don't tell lies, I tell the truth. You know what I mean? Or I don't speak about it at all. When people ask me about my past, I don't speak on it because it's not necessary to what I'm doing in the present. And it's not to be speaking upon. The second chance of the first class life is what I got. And that's what I appreciate, and that's what I glorify that. I emphasize what I'm doing. Positive things I'm doing, the positive way I'm living, the positive queen I have in my life. I know a lot of haters don't like that. That's why I don't mention haters in this show, because this show is being positive. And I'm saying to you that, hey, there's a lot of good people that are gracious and that are thankful and that really appreciate you for what you are. And those are the ones I want to give a shout out for today. The genuine, real people that are positive and that are being that way and that are being blessed and living a good life and that are being right. There is people that do that, and that's what I want to commend those people that are being positive. Because I know there's a lot of times I speak on the negative, because there's so much of that going on. But today, I'm speaking on the positive, and like I say, I dedicate this show to my queen because she always takes the high road in positiveness, and I don't want her to never take any other road because that's the road she's doing, and that's good. I just don't do it, and I'm fine with it, and I'm fine with her taking the high road. You see, because a lot of people do that. My sister Patsy in Arizona, she does that, and I have to commend her for doing the right thing. All the time. She's been an angel. And I got to commend her for that. As my mother, she took the high road. She always was one never did not, never took no negative roads or routes. She was always positive. So that's why I'm so blessed, because of the positive people that I have around me. The angels that bless me and protect me. You know, that's the reason why, you understand me, I have to be thankful and grateful and never be hateful, because I got so much love and understanding and appreciation in my life. So I just stay away from those that are trying to kill me off and be around the ones that love me and encourage and inspire me to be the great person that I am. You know, that's why I look the way I look and be the way I be, because I'm appreciative, you understand me, for the life I live, you know what I'm saying? I know I might have been through a lot, and like I say, what you've been through in the past, I wouldn't change for nothing in the world, because to be that been through what I've been through in the past makes me to be who I am today. You see, if it wasn't for the past, I wouldn't be who I am today. You know, and that's why I look at it as being a positive person. It makes me, you know, the great person I am today, being the way I am. You know, and for me to get along and stay positive and stay on that path, I have to be around just positive people. I can't be around negative, and I can't, you know, affiliate with that. You know, because I know it don't make some people, they don't understand the difference. They look at everybody the same way, positive and negative. They look at it all like they're all good people, they're all loving, they're all great. That's good for you to feel that way. Me, I have to differentiate the two, because I've been through, I know real from fake, and I know that. So I have to realize and keep that in sight, so I don't get hurt, because like I said, I relapsed before. I've been around all that. You know, I'm 24 years clean, and I had 34. So by me realizing that hate and jealousy and all that is real, I want to give a shout out to the positive people, because they're awesome here, and they're doing the right thing. You know, but I still have to stay focused, you know, on the realness of the route that I'm going in the procedure I go through and the things I do. You know, I have to stay focused more so than the average person that has not had any downfalls. See, when you have a downfall and you fall hard, when you get back up, you tighten up. When you get back up, you tighten up. See, a lot of people haven't failed. They just was a certain way all their life. So they don't know. When you fall, adversity is to see the greater benefit. You benefit greater, and you eliminate a lot of people in your life. And you stay away from people all the way that's half-stepping, jiving, and shucking. You just get away from them, because you know you don't need none of that on yours, which is all right. Other people may not see it like that, because they haven't walked the walk you walk. They haven't walked in your shoes. You know, so they be kind to people. Like my friend, you know what I mean? He was kind. He opened the door. If it wasn't for him, we helped a person. You know what I mean? Gave him a place to stay, with something I would have never done if it wasn't for him. You know, and then I realized when the man put my shirt on and tried on my clothes that he had to go. And then after that, I never did that again in my whole life. And that was 30 years ago. And I never did it again, because, like I said, I learned lessons hard. I do open up and give people a chance. But when they don't do right, that makes it hard for me. I'll never do it again. I tighten up all the way, and that's one thing in my life. That's why I said that you know, when I get messed over once, I never be right behind. As far as that's something I'll never do again. With people that are really positive and really being positive, things like that happen to them, and they'll still and do it again. They'll do it with another person. They will let another person come in the house and stay. It don't bother them that what happened then. They open the doors and do it again, and the next time a good person might be there. But me, I just shut that out, because of that one bad person made it bad for everyone in my eyesight. I don't never do that again, because that was a lesson I learned in that. You know, that's just like I had a friend when I was young. You know, he was supposed to be a friend. He took my car, my mink coat. You know, I mean, things like this happened, and I overcame it and everything. But it made me hard in a certain way to where I didn't trust people. As far as having a close friend, I always had one eye open because I know that, you got to be careful. And then I was careful, and then, I've been hurt many times after that. Different thing happened. But it's just, they make it hard for everyone else. Some of these people that are, when you're in the game, the fast life, certain people cross you and you accept it as that. So that's the reason why I was tipping by myself all through the game. I mainly was by myself. I didn't get close to people. I kept them at a distance. The people I was close to when I was drinking and doing my thing with my friends that weren't in the fast life, they were like squares. They were like people I was raised with. I'd be around them, but they were only my friends because I was drinking and buying them stuff, But I was being, so I know what was really going on. So when I changed my life and I got clean and sober, they didn't think different of me. They always want to pull you down to be the person you were when you were with them. That's why I say you have to let those people go, because they look at you as the person you were. They don't want to see you be the person you are today. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you do better, because they like you when you were the way you were, because you were beneficial to them. You made them look good. They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. So when you realize that, you have to cut those people loose. You have to be positive, because they're not really for you. And when you know that, you can't overlook it. You got people that are negative in their life, and they overlook it, and they keep going, and they be strong. And those negative people are still in their life for whatever reason. They don't put no defense up, or they don't put no shield up. They accept them just like nothing happened, from regardless of what they did in the past. That's good if they're able to do that. I have nothing against it, because nothing may not happen again, because you know what they did and you know where to go and how to be. But I would always be careful, because when people mess you over once, I know they'll mess you over again. That's why myself, I put protection on myself about these things and people that I fool with. But I have nothing against people that are being positive. I would never tell them not to do that. I would never tell them not to be who they are. It's just me. I'm not going to be that way because you're that way. You that way, I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to steady be who I am and be happy who I am, because that's who I am. And I accept myself being that way. But I'm not expecting you to feel the way I feel, because you and I'm me. My life experience taught me to be who I am. And behind what I do and what I did is behind the lifestyle I live. You see? And so the bitterness and what I have, hardships I have for certain people, is behind what I've been through and my life experiences. See, a lot of people don't understand it. It took me a while to understand it. Sometimes you have to go to therapy to understand why you're a certain way. But when you understand it and you know what it is and you have it and you got it down pat, then you accept who you are and what you are, and you love what you are and what you're doing, then it's okay with you as long as you're happy. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. They don't like what you do, but then you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. You don't have to get along with everybody. You don't have to be everybody's friend. All you have to do is be your best self. And be happy to those that you know are with you, your mate. And your family, your immediate family, people you're with. If it's somebody in your family you're not getting along or doing along with, it's okay. There's a lot of family people that don't get along. I was talking to a guy yesterday, talking about how his sisters, aunties ain't no good, and this and that, how they did this. All they wanted was money, and it happens all the time. What you do is you don't get bitter about it. You just stay away from them. That's your choice. You don't have to be around them. Just because they're your sister, your brother, or your family, you don't have to be around them. You just get along without them, but you still love them from afar, and that's what you do. And then there won't be no chaos and no madness, because some people are bitter. They hurt. They want to lash out at you and do things that's wrong, and you take the high road every time. Me, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take the high road, but I'm going to stay away from them. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to let it steal my joy. I'm going to stay completely away from it. You see, I'm not going to let it steal my joy. As long as I take the high road, I'll take no road. I just won't mess with them. And there's nothing wrong with that. If I feel that way, You know what I'm saying? I mean, if somebody does me wrong, and they've done it more than once, several times, it comes to a time where I'm just going to let them go because I know that they have a problem, not me. When I know they have the problem, not me, when they've done this over and over and over continuously, then I know it's just time for me to let that go. And I don't care what other people say, what other people do. They're not living my life. You see? So I'm taking the road that I like to live, that I like to take. And I'm positive about it. You know? Because I know that jealousy and hate is real. But I know I'm being positive is even realer. If you're able to do that, that's great. I commend those that do. Those that be positive 100%, being positive, that's the way you're supposed to be. You know? And I commend those that do that. Despite, you know, and don't be bitter about things and accept, like, you know, like my sister does that, she takes the high road. And my queen does that. I'm talking about my sister Patsy in Arizona. And my queen here in Oakland. They take the high road, and that's beautiful. I'm glad that they do it. Because I'm around people that are positive and living, being positive. And that's why I'm accepting the positiveness and want them to keep being who they are. Because that's the right way to be. You did. And I would never take any other road but the right road to positiveness. You understand? Being positive is the best way to be. And I want you to understand that, ladies and gentlemen. You know, live your best life. Be the best you can be. Look the way you want to look, as long as you're happy being that way. But don't criticize somebody else by look a certain way, up here a certain way, or do a certain thing. Appreciate them for what they are, like they appreciate you for what you are. You know what I mean? You see, be your best self. And love who you are, you understand? And make sure you put yourself first. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody take from you what you have for yourself. You know what I mean? That's all I say, is don't let people take advantage of you. Being positive is a beautiful thing. But wake up and see when somebody's trying to take advantage of you or misuse you. Don't let them do that. Sometimes you got to put your foot down. You know what I mean? I know in the Bible they say if somebody hits you in the face, turn the other cheek. No. You gotta use common sense and be realistic and check those people when they're wrong. You'll feel better. At least I know I feel better when I check them. I don't let them get away with nothing. I'm not taking the high road. I'm taking the right road because that's how I feel. That's what I do for me. Because that's, you know what I mean? But I'm a player in the fast life. I've been in the game, and I know a certain way you got to treat certain people. Due to the fact coming from the background I come from. That's why I'm grateful and thankful that I do have the background that I have and live the way I live, because I'm not no square. Squares are a lot of things they don't even understand that I understand and that I see. And I'm glad I'm graciously do appreciate that and see that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not letting nobody take advantage of me. And mine. Thank you very much. And this is International Red Fashion Experience. And this is the fashion show. I give you fashion by showing you fashion. I give you fashion by being fashion. And I'm in this great city of San Francisco. And I want you to know that's Frisco. You dig? San Francisco, California. All right, y'all. Over and out, you understand me? I'll talk to you next time. I show you now. It'll be a few months because we're closing the studio. So this will be my last show until next year, 2022. We will have a great schedule, a great lineup in 2022. So I want to let you go with this great show, International Radio for the Record.